Welcome to SWK's video series on Sage 100. This video is going to point out a few of the features in vendor maintenance. I'm just going to bring up my first vendor here, and we're going to talk about this More button. When I click down on the little arrow, you're going to see there's a little menu here that you might not have been aware of. And we'll go over each of these 6 items. Clicking on the first, I can set up some contacts. Sometimes this is helpful to know where the accounts receivable department is or maybe the purchasing department. I can have as many contacts as I like, and you could see that I can put a different address, different phone number, and a few notes. Our next item on the list is the purchase address. I can have multiple purchase addresses, and this means where I'm going to send the purchase order to. So you could see I have a physical address here, a default address for the vendor, but I can have different purchasing addresses. My next menu item is remit to address. Many of my vendors may have an address other than that physical address that checks need to be sent to. I set this up here as the remit to address. But just a little warning, when you go to print checks, there's a little checkbox that says remit to address. If you check that box, then this would be the address that would be used for Airway Properties rather than the main address on vendor maintenance. Our next one is items. Clicking on this and using the little flashlight, I am going to see each item that has been purchased from this vendor. It's giving me the year and the period that it was purchased. By clicking on it, I'm going to get a little bit more information here on the quantity received, cost of goods sold, and if I click down on my arrow, it's going to show me all of the transactions that make up that summary. You could see that I could click on a comparison button, so I see this year and I see last year. I have an alias button. So if my vendor has a different alias or has a different item code than what I do, I'm going to select this alias item number. I'm going to enter it here. And pricing. I can also add some specific pricing. In my case here, I want this to look at the standard cost, and then if I am ordering more than 1,000 items, I'm going to get a 1.5% discount. You can see I have some other options. I could do standard cost, I can do cost discount. There's a number of things I could do for this particular vendor for this particular item. Our next item is invoice inquiry. Now, of course, on tab 6 right over here, I can look at invoices, but once those invoices have been paid for the number of days I have selected in accounts payable options, I'm no longer going to see them in tab 6. I am going to see them in invoice inquiry. You will see all of the older invoices plus the ones that still are on tab 6. I could still drill down, have that option, and of course I have a little binocular set where I can look for selected values. And our last thing is setting up electronic payment. If I have this box selected on the vendor's account, I will be able to enter in the bank account information I need to be able to pay this vendor via ACH rather than by checks. Handy little menu up here. Make sure you haven't missed it. There's some nice functions in there that will help you. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.